Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Enough. Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman!
This is a video, which means we all have special skills.
My name is Eddie Ortiz, and our band is Son Caribe. And we play music from all over the Caribbean, and that's actually what the name of the band means. Son is rhythm in Spanish, and Caribe, of course, is Caribbean. So we play music from Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, all the countries there, and then we add some urban flavors from LA and New York, and just kind of mix it all up, salsa, merengue, all those different styles. So we have a good time when we go out and play.
Salsa caliente.
We've been received very well, very well. We've been doing this for 20 years now here in Hawaii, and we've played at all of the major resorts. We started out at the Esprit nightclub way back in the day, and we were there 3 nights a week. We played at Rumors, Zanzibar, all the old classic clubs, and recently now we play a lot at Buho down in Waikiki, and but we've been doing a series of concerts. We've been being featured at Blue Note, Hawaii, and which has really been nice because we get to play a different kind of music there. It's more, we do more of the old style mambos from the 1950s and 60s that people can just listen to. So thankfully we've had a good reception. We go anywhere from a trio up to a 12 to 13 piece band. Yeah, and that's including 2 trumpets, 2 trombones, saxophones, bass, rhythm, congas, timbales, bongos, the whole works. When we go to a trio, we feature our lead singer, Cynthia Romero, and she's been with us from the very beginning. We've had hundreds of musicians over the last 20 years, because I use a lot of military, and they come and go, so they always refer somebody else to come in, but she's been with us from the very beginning. So when we do trios in that kind of a situation, she actually is a focus, and we'll do keys behind her, and then I'll double on trumpet and flugelhorn to add some solos. So it's really nice. Those are for the smaller venues or the more intimate venues that we play. In the past, we've done only covers, but during this lockdown, this past 6 months, we've actually had the opportunity to just shut everything down and work on original music. So we actually have 11 original songs that we're getting ready to start releasing as singles, and they're all recorded, mastered in some of the best studios in New York. I mean, we've been reaching out to some of the biggest promoters, some of the biggest producers, and they've been helping us with this project. So we actually have a library of original music now that we can utilize for either live performance or commercial work, or we also do jingles, believe it or not. Done a lot of work here in the local community where we've done the music for UH Sports. We've done the music for KSSK. We've actually been the Miss Hawaii Orchestra several times. So we've done a lot of work where we have to bring out our own original stuff to play in the background, and so yeah, we can do that as well. We're known for our Latin music, but we do a lot of convention and corporate work as well, and we play everything from 1940s, 50s, big band, rock and roll, Motown, disco. I mean, whatever it calls for, we can play it. Again, going back to Cynthia Romero, she's a very versatile singer, and we've been able to build a vast repertoire around her vocal skills. So yeah, we play a little of everything. And while we never really got into Hawaiian music, not because we didn't want to, but because there's just so many great Hawaiian bands here. I mean, I wouldn't disrespect them. So we've played some Hawaiian style with little Latin grooves, but we've never really gone into the Hawaiian music. We've got great musicians that can do that. Latino music is the music on which I grew up listening. To me, it's the music of my culture. My mother and father are from Puerto Rico, and I was born and raised in New York City. But then we went back and forth as I was growing up. And so this is the music that I grew up listening to around the house. They would listen to Tito Puente and the Fania All-Stars, Celia Cruz. While I was growing up, my mom and dad, they listened to a lot of this Latin music. And along with, they listened to the music of the day in New York as well. But this kind of music was what I remember growing up. And as I got older, it seems the farther I got from home, in the sense of like when I was in the Marine Corps, when I was traveling a lot, the more I found myself pulling to my roots, and which was the music. As far as being, since I was a musician, this music was always something that I remembered and I would be listening to. And the more the more I went away from it and heard it less and less, the more I wanted to hear it. And it got to the point where when I was in Japan, I started writing out some Latin tunes. But it wasn't until I got here to Hawaii that I really said, I was getting ready for retirement and I knew I was going to stay here. And I said, I'm going to do something so that I can enjoy it and hopefully other people can enjoy it as well. Hawaii has been a place where, well, first of all, this was my what they call in the military, your twilight tour. Yeah. So I was all different places. And then just before my last tour, they said, where, if you had a choice, I said, I'd never been to Hawaii, and I always heard people talk about it. So I came here and I really enjoyed it. I liked the lifestyle, I liked the people, I liked the culture. And I never imagined, it's been 23 years now that I've been here. And but I've enjoyed it thoroughly, and I like the tropics, of the tropical atmosphere, which reminds me of Puerto Rico. And so I decided to stay here. But one of the things that was best about it was the opportunities that they gave me. It's not only the Hispanic community that's welcomed us, but the local Hawaiian community. We have a lot of people that come out and enjoy the music. They say they don't understand a lot of the words, but and they don't know the proper dance, but they get up and dance. Oh my goodness, yeah, and yeah, and they have a better time than a lot of the Latinos and the Hispanics. You know, they're just going. So we enjoy that. We enjoy that a lot. And it's one of the, like I said, it's one of the reasons that I've stayed is because of the way we've been received and the way we've been welcomed here. Oh my goodness. And I'm not gonna lie. I never missed any cues playing, but in my mind, I was looking out of the water and the moonlight would just be reflecting all the way. I was lost, and I was just enjoying where I was enjoying where I was, and I was thinking to myself, I can't believe where I am right now. You know, I just felt so blessed and so fortunate. There's nothing we as musicians we take for granted. We appreciate every chance we have to play and the opportunities that are presented to us.
Aloha, this is TK with Hawaii Entertainment News. It's official, NCIS Hawaii will be airing on CBS in the 2021-22 season. They have scheduled for 22 episodes with their home base being housed in the CBS studios near Diamond Head, where Hawaii Five-0 was based out of. The series will celebrate the first female special agent in charge in the NCIS universe, Jane Tennant. After nearly 2 decades, NCIS has finally taken a step towards gender equality. Windward Community College will live stream from the Paliku Theater the play Alika in Wonderland, directed by Tori Konishita from now until May 9th. Auditions for Hawaii Shakespeare Festival will be taking place online May 7th through the 12th. For detailed information and to sign up, please go to hawaiishakes.org/audition. Congratulations to all of the Miss Hawaii 2021 candidates hosted on May 15th at the Ala Moana Hotel by Mantra. Good luck, ladies! Oscar-nominated Kapa'i Mahu is an animated short film that has gotten much attention. It uses a flattened visual style and colors that evoke tapa cloth designs and is told in Olelo Ni'iau, the only native Hawaiian dialect to be spoken continuously since before Western contact. It tells the story of how the healing arts of Polynesia were brought to Hawaii by 4 Mahu, or third gender, practitioners and ingrained their powers in 4 giant boulders. The stones still stand on Waikiki Beach today. Local independent film Angel by Thursday has been doing very well in the festival circuit. Director Jeff Wallace has won the title of Best First Feature Director at the Bare Bones International Film and Music Festival and is also a Remy winner at the World Fest Houston. Congratulations also to our own Pineapples and Pasties, a burlesque documentary, as it has placed as a finalist in the Best Documentary Award. Congratulations to all the crew and performers that have participated in this film, highlighting the Hawaii burlesque scene over the past 10 years. Aloha, this is TK with Hawaii Entertainment News.
When I'm on set and there's a band and they're about to film 2 people talking in the restaurant, but the band's playing in the background, they're really doing it in silence.
Yeah.
Yes.
And nobody talks about that. Can you talk about that?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think the scenario to which you're referring is if they're trying to pick up dialogue from 2 actors in the same place where the band is supposedly playing.
Right.
So what happens then is we've already recorded our parts and we've done it numerous times because we might do the same take over and over again because they want to get this angle, then they want to get a different angle, then they want to get an action shot. So we have to play through all of those. And but then they'll get to the point where they want to hear the actors. And for example, the episode that we did of Hawaii Five-0, there came a take where they told the audience as well, pretend you're screaming, pretend you're clapping. So and nothing going on. And the same thing with the band. We were just up there.
Okay.
And the whole, so it was something because we had to watch, at that point, we just had to watch the singer, and he wasn't singing either, to make sure that we stayed in time with him. But everything had to be in silence because all they were recording was the dialogue between the 2 actors so that they can get a clear take of that. So that was an interesting experience. I'd never done something like that where everything was just silent, but the energy level of everybody had to be as if it was a full-blown performance. So we had to play that way. The other actors in the room had to continue to convey that, like I said, fake clapping and fake cheering, but everything was silence at that moment. We did an ABC series called Off the Map, which was on a few years back, and there was a scene in there where it was like I think it was supposed to be in the Brazilian rainforest. And there was a scene where they were having a big celebration, a big Pueblo celebration. And we were the band. So we played some merengue music while everybody got up and danced. And that was really fun. It was an all-night shoot. And the fun thing about that was after we finished that portion, we wound up just being extras walking around town. And And then I've done a couple of episodes of Hawaii Five-0 as well. One where, if you ever see the episode where there's an Elvis impersonator, I'm right behind him playing trumpet on stage. And that was a fun show. That was a really fun show. And we did that. That was a whole afternoon of shooting. And my goodness, we played that song so many times. And then I did a couple of episodes. I did another episode of Hawaii Five-0 where I was a Mexican federale in an episode where they went to Mexico. And so I was working in the precinct on that one. And so there've been quite a few shows.
Cuando traigan el hielo y tú verás, el rompe traigo yo. Hoy que no me falte ni un rumbero, porque no quiero que sobre ni un tambor. Quiero la tumbadora y el quinto, acompañado por el calor del sanidor. Con la rumba otra vez, vamos a echar un pie. Pero bailen derecho, bailo al revés. Lo que puedo
I think regarding musicians and live, and I'm speaking now to live music, what we need is the support of the venues. To a lot of times it's easier, and I have to be careful how I say this because I have a lot of friends who are DJs, and this is not any way to. It's two separate industries and two separate kinds of events. But when you hire a live band, and you have there's a different interaction, there's a different energy between the audience and the band, and I feel that our job is to not only entertain but to keep them engaged, to keep them, there's a joy that I get when somebody comes up and they request a number, and if we know it, I'm glad to play it, and I know a lot of folks I'm sorry to say, but I've seen, oh, don't bother us, we have a lineup. I've always tried to stay away from a lineup because I want to see how the room is, how the people are, and I want to give the best performance to the venue, to the management, to the promoters that have hired us. I want to give them the best opportunity to bring us back and to bring back other live music. Again, this is completely different from when you have a DJ setting. They have their own kind of energies and their own things that they draw from. But in regards to live music, it helps if they have a sound system, an adequate sound system. That because one of the things we have to do all the time is lugging equipment in and out, and that. When they have a sound system there, it also helps to keep costs down because we don't have to charge for that. Exactly. You have that at the beginning of the night, at the end of the night, of course, that all adds to the length of the evening. But when they have, and a lot of venues do now have really nice sound system where we can just bring in our instruments, bring in the things that we need, plug in, and we save those settings for future performances because a lot of times we play at these places again. So I think really if they can have a dedicated area to where I don't want to mention any names, but there's a place where we play where they have a stage, and during the day they have tables set up and they use it for commerce, but at night they pull all the tables off and it becomes a stage, and that does help to just have that little platform to where okay, this is where the band is going to be. And that makes a big difference, not only in feasibility, but also in the way the audience perceives the performance. Because you're right, these people are hiring you for what you bring to the table. So it would be irresponsible. It would be irresponsible for a band leader, not only for the band leader, but I tell my band members, hey, make sure you get the word out to your friends. Because it's not only our followers, but you also have friends or people or whatever. Let them know where we're playing. And you have to let them know where you're going to be performing on certain nights. It's crucial because like I said, so we promote very heavily all of our events. For each public event that we do, we set up a new Facebook event, and we let people know exactly where, what time, what we're going to be doing, the type of place, because they do dress differently if we're playing in a nightclub or at the Ilikai, which is an outdoor lanai. It's a whole different thing, and it's a different atmosphere. Some of these shows are on a Sunday afternoon. Some of them are Saturday nights. So you want to let everybody know what you're doing and how to come, but you definitely want to share that information with the people that'll come support. If a venue puts their confidence in you and is willing to invest in you, you have to make sure that you make it worth their while, or they will not call you back. There's always another band. Right. There's always another group. And the way you stay on top, or the way you maintain your edge, is by staying sharp. That's the only way to do it. There's certain places where we play that are weekly shows, and we commit to those shows because we feel that, once again, reciprocating. When a venue dedicates their nights to us and gives us an extended contract, we've had contracts where venues have hired us a year out. And so for us, as far as I'm concerned, when they give me that kind of a commitment, then I have to make sure that we're giving them our very best each and every week. I never take it for granted. I never take a show for granted, or that it's just another Saturday night or whatever, because I always know that there's people that are hearing us for the first time, and that might actually be the only time they hear us. So I have to make sure that what the product that we put out each and every night is a fresh product, that the band doesn't sound tired. So one of the things that I've done is to increase our repertoire. We've got ready to go at any time, I'd say about 600 or 700 songs. And so even when we play 2 or 3 different nights during the week, I'll just make sure we don't play those same songs over and over again, which is a mistake a lot of bands do. If they have three shows for 3 nights, they'll play the same lineup every night. And in that case, why would I come back on Saturday? I heard you last night. You know, so my thing has been, and our followers know, if I play a certain lineup on Friday, you're not going to hear it again on Saturday. We're going to play something totally different on Saturday, unless again we get requests, and then we'll accommodate people's requests. My favorite situation. I mean, we enjoy so many different things, but I think my favorite situation is when I can have the whole band with me, and because that's when really you can just feed off of that energy. And I'd say at least seven people. Everything else is gravy, but at least 7 people, because there I've got 3 horns, 3 percussionists, and a rhythm section, and of course within the band we sing. So that's my favorite situation, because it becomes a reciprocating thing where we're feeding off of the audience energy, and they're feeding off the energy that we're giving out. And it just goes all night, and we need that. We need that interaction from the audience, because when you're playing 3 hours, Saturdays 4 hours, you need that energy from the band. And you know, when you've been playing from 9 p.m. and here 1 a.m.'s rolling around and the place is still packed, yeah, these people stuck around. You know, they really they stayed till the end of the night, and we appreciate that so much when they do. So
Next time on Hawaii Entertainment News.
Who it matters the most when it comes to looking like the actor, resembling the actor, would be the director of photography. The director of photography is the one in charge of the lighting. You don't have to look exactly like them. Alex had a clean shaving, clean, and I wore a beard after the 4th or 5th season, because I didn't photo double him. I wasn't on camera photo double him. I was his stand-in. I think it's important for the DP, because the lighting, facial structure, the height, body type. When you go to wardrobe every single day, you have to check in with wardrobe and you tell them what character you're standing in for. Sometimes you could be standing in for multiple characters, so you have to get the color cover for each character that you're standing in for, and they'll give you if your character's in a green shirt, they'll give you the same exact color of that, so when you're on being lit, they can see the reflection off your skin.
Hawaii Entertainment News, where we will talk about all the news that's happening around the film and entertainment industry in Hawaii.
You're supposed to say, I told you so.
Enough! Are you okay?
Oh my gosh, he's Superman!
This is a video game, which means we all have special skills.